And today we're going to be checking out this bread maker by KEEPEEZ. That's right, this is a bread machine. All you do is you throw your ingredients in and hit go. It's going to stir it, it's going to knead it, it's going to give it time to rise, and then it's going to cook it, shut off, and deliver your bread. All you'll have to do is pop it out and you'll be ready to go. How cool is that? Let's go ahead, come in a little closer. I'm going to show you the machine, everything that you get with it, and then we're going to make some bread. So let's do it. All right, and here it is. Check out this bread machine. You can see that you have soft bread, sweet bread, natural sourdough, French, whole wheat, quick, sugar-free, multigrain, and a whole multitude of other breads, including things like jam, yogurt, baking, gluten-free, ferment, raw dough, cake. There's so many things that you can do with it. 17 different functions all together. And then here's your little LCD screen where you can make 1.5, or 2 pound loaves. You have your menu button, your start, stop. This is where you select the color, meaning how well you want it cooked, whether you want it light or really dark. And then you have your adjustment buttons here. You can see this is a nice light green color, almost a throwback to the 50s, kind of retro styled with the chrome handle and the pastel color, so very, very cool. If we open this up, you can see I have not used it yet, but in here we're going to have this device right here. I don't even know what this is. All right, you're gonna have this. This is what they call a fruit box. And when you use this, it will attach to the top up here. Very cool. You're also going to get this very 50s style oven mitt. Of course, you have your manuals, and then you're going to have this also, which is this is the quick start guide right here. You have your full manual, and then you're going to actually have a cookbook as well. And then inside, you're going to have a measuring cup. You have a measuring spoon. You have a little hook. You have 2 of these. These are your stirring rods because, like I said, you'll put the stirring rod on and put your ingredients in there and it's going to mix, and this is what it uses to mix your ingredients. So very nice. And then of course inside you have the actual bread pan itself, and it's coated in this nice tan coating. So very, very cool. Now to me, the best way to find out how good a bread maker is to actually make bread. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so to touch on this again, the fruit box right here, this actually sits in the top of the maker. And this is like if you're making some type of fruit bread or bread with nuts in it. And what it does is it stores them, and then when it's time to mix those in, it will automatically release the fruit or the nuts into the bread to mix it in, and it's just something else that you don't have to worry about. So that's a very, very nice option. All right, so we're now going to get set up to make bread. Per the instructions, it says to take out the bread pan, and you need to install one of the stirring knives. So we'll just stick that on there. Make sure it's all the way down. We're going to go ahead and drop this back in to the maker. And then once you're down, you have to twist it to lock it in, just like this, okay? Now we're going to add the raw ingredients. We're going to put the liquids in first. So we're going to be adding milk and water. We're then going to add some honey. This is a sweet bread, I think, a honey bread. So we have some canola oil and some honey. Now we're going to put some flour in. It says slowly. I'll use this to stir it up just a little bit. That way we don't get no flour clumps in our bread. And then we're going to add our salt and yeast. Now I'm sure I am messing this up on some level, but I'm counting on this machine to make me look like I know what I'm doing. So now we're going to go ahead and set the machine up. We're going to go off the top right here. We're doing a soft bread. So we're going to hit menu, and we're going to go through the menu until we get to menu number 1, because number 1 is soft bread. All right. Now we're going to select our loaf weight. I did 1.5 pounds. So that's how you select how big your loaf is going to be. Then you got to pick your color. You have dark, light, and medium. I'm just going to go with a medium. And now that that's all set up, we should just be able to hit start. And I'll let you see what it's doing in here. Couldn't help myself. All right, we're gonna let it do this for a while, then we're gonna come back and see how it progresses. All right, so now It has started the second stirring process, and it is going to take 3 hours and 11 minutes to make this bread. But this is stir number 2, and on the little panel here you can see the actual processes, because you have stir, rest, stir 2, ferment, ferment 2, ferment 3, bake, warm, and then end. So you can keep track of what stage your bread is in by looking at the little side menus as well. So very, very cool. We're going to keep watching it. I'm going to try to catch it during the kneading process as well, and the fermenting stages, so you can see it rising. And then of course we'll see the final end result with the finished bread. All right, so we're about a first hour in. We are on ferment 1, and check it out. You can see the bread's already starting to rise. How cool is that? Then after ferment 1, you have ferment 2, ferment 3, and then it's going to go into bake, warm, and end. So let's come back in a little while and we'll check it out again. All right, we're on ferment 3. And it sure is bubbling pretty good. Check that out. After this phase, we're going to go into the bake phase. We got an hour and a half to go. How is it going to turn out? I have no idea. We're going to find out. All right, we're almost done with ferment 3, and look at it. Our bread has come alive. It's bubbling and fermenting. How cool is that? Or let's just hope the bread is yummy as it smells. Up next, we're going to bake it, warm it, and then wrap it up. The timer says 0. It's not on end yet. It's on warm, which means it's cooling down. That's why you don't cook in your garage, because of bugs. But so it's almost done. We're going to take a really quick peek. And there's the bread. Check that out. So cool. I don't know if we made it right, but that wouldn't be the fault of the machine. That would be our fault. So let's see how it does. We're going to give it a few more minutes, and we're going to pull it out, cut it up. All right, so here we are back inside. The bread is done. I think maybe I did something wrong, because the bread kind of went flat a little bit, but it's still bread. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the mitt here. We're going to pull this out, and we're going to take the bread, put it upside down, and there you go. It actually doesn't look that bad. Now, the hook is made for removing the little mixer, which ours actually stayed in, which is nice, but sometimes this will come off in the bread. And so what you would do is use the hook to hook it and pull it out. We didn't have to do that. So here's our little loaf of bread. Not too shabby. We're gonna just give it a little cut here. And there you go, some very nice fresh bread. Gonna be way better than what you buy in the stores. And like I said, you can do all different kinds of bread, from sourdough to fruit and nut bread, banana bread, you name it, this little machine can do it. It's got this nice 50s style color and styling, which adds that little bit of class to it, and overall it does a really great job. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.